Hello everyone and welcome to Fabled Nexus. We're here today, of course. I wanted to get my review out on The Tomb, which is the new Black Ops 6 map that just dropped not too long ago. I just wanted to get my review out. Not really review, just I want to talk about it a little bit. Because, honestly, it's kind of weird, I feel like, sometimes. Because, on one hand, this game, I feel like the game is actually, kind of chilling, and at other times I feel like it's not. I don't know. It's a weird thing, I guess, for me to try to describe. Like I said, on one hand, it it's not like it's bad. I don't think that it's necessarily bad or anything, but I don't think it's like as good as it should be. Like I don't know. I just kind of miss the days. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's just like I miss like the older games, older generations of games and stuff like that. But I really do miss the days when you could like the Easter egg didn't get solved in like 2 minutes of being here. Like I go to like what I'm saying, because like this thing I swear was solved and beaten in less than 3 hours. I'm pretty sure. Like and I'm not saying that has to be like the hardest thing known to mankind. Like I'm not saying that, but like there isn't like I don't know. This doesn't sometimes feel like there's any like like a depth to it. Because I mean, well, I guess depth in a thing, depth in a way, and also like and also in the way of like not I don't know what the word I'm thinking of right now is. It's not like it's not depth, but like it just kind of seems like it's like here's this map. It's like all right, like. Like the word that goes on my mind is I want to say just it seems too easy, but I know that's gonna sound like really like you know of course it's easy, it's a new thing, but like no, like I feel like they like, especially with this game, like when this game was coming out, it was to me it was built up to be one of like the best Call of Duties we've seen in like a hot minute. And it came out, it actually was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. I still enjoy playing this game. I usually only really play zombies, to be perfectly honest. But at the same time, like it was like, oh, cool. Like it actually felt like fresh. Everything. I enjoyed it. Everything was chilling. But at the same time, I really felt like there was some things like missing from it. Like they're like, oh, we're gonna give you like the zombies experience, and it's like, okay, I mean, like if you want to give the zombies experience, and they're like, oh, we're gonna we're gonna give the community what they wanted, and I'm not gonna lie, we kind of ran here, sorry about this, but it's just like I don't think they fully ever did. I don't know if they ever really listened to like what um you know the community actually wanted. I feel like they're gonna want this. They're gonna want this. I'm like, no. I mean, Gobblegum's coming back is cool. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm fine with the Gobblegums coming back. I'm fine with them adding stuff. But they're like, they missed out on one thing they should have brought back. That I mean, I feel like they could have. I just feel like they didn't want to bring back. Um, you know, like one thing I really would like. Everyone's like, oh, why did I could bring back double tap? I'm like, no, I kind of like, honestly, I always felt like they wasn't gonna bring that back at any point, anyways. Everyone's like, oh, he sat it over there, and you saw like the biggest like tease of the year was this dude like Kevin Drew, remember was this guy? I think his name's Kevin Drew. Like, oh, the thing is like, oh, he put down double tap 2.0 next to him. Oh my god, it's play one time. But yeah, it's just like, hey, like, it's like, we're gonna bring all this new stuff, and I just feel like it's kind of like just not it. Like, I mean, like I said, I still enjoy playing it, and there's nothing wrong with it inherently, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, isn't there like like, it just feels like it's like Cold War 2.0. It's like what Cold War should have been. Like that's what I feel like with this game when it comes to zombies and stuff. I feel like this is what Cold War should have been and what they probably were trying to go for. It just they didn't have time to, complete it or do anything with it. Like that's what I feel like the game is. It's like a rendition of Cold War. I mean, of course it. I guess that's pretty obvious because, you know, of course, like, it's pretty much the Cold War system they had, you know, they just polished it, updated it. But anyways, random aside, random aside, but I still enjoy playing. Like I say, I don't mind it. I mean, but I feel like there was some things that they were like, we're gonna do this, and it was not really done. It was just kind of like, yeah, it was there, you know, whatever. But anyways, getting back to the great topic hand, the tomb. What do I think about the tomb? I think, like I said, I think the tomb is all right as a map. I don't necessarily hate it. I mean, I think it has probably one of the hardest side Easter eggs that we had in Black Ops 6, which is, I don't know if that's saying a lot or not, but I feel like it does. And I think the overall aesthetic, I like the aesthetic. I don't mind being in, like, you know, the catacombs and all this stuff. I do like all that. Like, it's cool. Like I said, I enjoy being here. It's a pretty cool, nice place, you know, in the catacombs, hanging out, having a great time. But overall, I will say, out of all of them, I think Citadel, honestly, is probably I like that one more than this one. I don't know, because, like, you know, they brought back the Staff of Ice, and here's another problem I have with, like, this thing. Like, I don't know, I mean, I guess it's okay if you're trying to just, like, you know, speedrun, like, stuff and everything like that. I think I also like Citadel because you couldn't just get the weapons from the box. Like, the weapons you needed, like, they wasn't just, like, from the box. Like, you couldn't just, like, go to the box and hit a wonder bar and just, you know, get the wonder weapon, right? Like, you know, you actually had to craft them. And granted, the crafting process wasn't, like, terrible. Like, actually, they were actually pretty fair for the most part. But in this map, it's like, oh no, you just get the Staff of Ice. I mean, you know, you can upgrade it still and everything else. Like, it's not that you can't, you still can. But at the same time, I'm like, what about add all the staffs back or something? Like, why would you just add one? Like, I know, like, maybe they have to, because I mean, I think they did say this is like the shortest amount of time between maps that we've gotten, like, ever. And I guess it kind of shows with how, like, how fast after Easter egg. I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Me and my friend, it glitched out on us. But me and my friend, we did the Easter egg, or we tried to anyways. We pretty much got to the end, and then the game glitched out. Like, the game just, honestly, we feel like glitched out. Because the Sentinel artifact, was a spoiler, you gotta go, it's not really a boss fight as much as like, oh, hey, here's like this, thing, just go do that. So, okay. And it's like, okay, cool. You go get the Sentinel artifact, whatever the case may be, and then once you go get the Sentinel artifact, you know, you do a boss fight with it, which is pretty much, hey, go around this arena, and then when it turns purple, shoot it. All right, and it turned purple, and we sprayed that thing, just straight sprayed that thing, and then literally nothing happened. Like, it was legit like we were just shooting marshmallows at that thing. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how? How did you sit there? And we like, you know, we probably spent 45 minutes or so just getting to the, like, you know, the boss fight or the final encounter, whatever you call it. And then we spent an hour and a half trying to see if it would just work eventually. It never worked. We had in the game, and like, it's like, we haven't went back to try it again since. I mean, I'm on the map now, but I'm just hanging out waiting for my homie to be good to try again. But it's so weird. I'm like, but like, how does it immune? Like, how do you, like, I know, I guess you can't always account for every bug known to mankind, but at the same time, like, my brother in Christ, I'm pretty, that's a pretty significant, you know, thing you need to, you know, figure out, you know, before you're, like, you know, it's just like, how does it glitch out and you just can't do anything? It's like, like, because I was like looking up, I was like, all right, does the health bar move? So I had to go look it up, because we was trying to, I mean, I had a guide up just to help us out a little bit, but at the same time, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna figure out, like, what's going on here, right? And it's like, okay, cool, like, let me go look this up. And I was watching someone do it, and I was like, okay, I was like, all right, does the health bar move? No, it didn't move. He just did enough damage, and then the damage, like, eventually just took a chunk out. And I was like, all right. I was like, that's cool, I guess. Like, we can chill with that, you know. We can. that is a okay. We can work with that, right? You think you can, right? And it's like, all right. It's like we are now in the boss fight, all right? And like I said, we're just straight spraying this thing, and then like I said, just nothing happens. I'm like, but why? And then there's a point where I thought the game was gonna cook us because there's a glitch that happens on one of the steps, like I guess can happen, where you can pick up this orb, and if you pick up the orb as the thing ends, you're kind of just stuck with the orb that you don't need anymore, and then you're kind of just like, oh, you can't sprint, you can't run. I mean, it might just be a feature that when you picked it up, that's how it works. I don't think that was the case. Well, I mean, for example, I don't think it was the case, but you know, overall, I mean, of course, there might be a few bugs or some, you know, glitches that come out, you know, as you know, because it's new and stuff, but I don't know, it's just really frustrating to like, you know, get all the way to the end because I'm pretty sure in my grand tenure, right, playing, the thing about it, right, the thing that sucks was I was sitting there, right, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, let me do this maps, right, let me go play these maps, you know, as you do. So let me pause. It's probably gonna be a little loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. The game might be a little louder than I want it to be, but yeah, you were sitting there, you know, you're hanging out, and you're like, oh, you know, it's like here's this thing I've been waiting for. Here's the game I've been waiting for forever. And it looks good, and then there has only been one map that has not had some major glitch that made me restart the entire map when trying to do the Easter egg, and that was Terminus. Terminus is the only map that I legitly played that I didn't have to worry about sitting there and worrying about, oh, hey, am I gonna be able to, you know, complete these without the game glitching out? No, the game glitched out every time. Like the game was glitched out, and I have had to restart Easter egg like 3 different on every map, at least on the first attempt or after trying another attempt. Because like I said, I'm not the greatest player in the world. I'm all right, I guess. I'm not the greatest player in the world, but still, though, I'm like, my brother in Christ. This is it's supposed to be a, you know, a polished game, and it just seems like it's not. I'm like, huh. I'm like, that's just weird. I mean, like I said, like it's still pretty polished. I mean, the most of the time there isn't much, you know, isn't much, you know, like wrong with it. Oh, I might be cooked. Let's get out of here. Anyways, sorry, I'm playing with Tom. But yeah, it's just like, okay, you have the tomb. Like I said, the tomb's chilling. But like, I don't know, it's just like, do you really have to want like with that? Like, but I was like, it's just like, it's just kind of frustrating. I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, like I said, sorry, like I said, I'm playing one time and some like, I'm a little bit of the ADHD. Maybe just a wee bit. You know, just a wee bit of it, you know. And sometimes I just casually just that's all cool dumb. Like, and I'm just like, all right. I'm like, but why though? Like, I just don't get it. Like you would think, like, you know, like I don't know, it's a $1 billion company. I mean, they make pretty good, you know, sales or whatever, I guess. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I think you can, you know, produce a little bit more of a polished game. I mean, like I said, I don't know. It's just annoying. It's just annoying sometimes. I mean, overall, if you ask me the map design and, you know, how the game feels, everything, I think the game feels great. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the game itself. I feel like it's actually not bad. I actually enjoy, like I said, I enjoy playing it. But at the same time, I'm sitting there like, there's some points I'm just like, hey, can like we get some like, can I get some a little bit more, you know, basically like, you know, like the game actually not being sometimes just bugging out for no reason at all because it feels like it can, I guess. You know, it's just like, no, I mean, sometimes you can't. I mean, I don't know, like this, there's a lot of things that factors go into it. Like, you can't always, you know, I guess, predict every time that, excuse me, the game's gonna, like, glitch out, or the case may be. But, you know, it's a little bit more, you know, of the casual, you know, certainty that I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like, you know, you know. Sorry. But yeah, so it's like a little more certainty, you know. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for much in my grand tenure of, you know, this game. But at the same time, you know, I don't know. I don't like. It seems like I know for a fact. I mean, no matter what happens, for the most part, more than likely, we're probably never gonna get back to what the game was before. Like I just have the feeling, you know, there's that feeling that, like, I don't think we're ever gonna go back to like those the golden era of, like, you know, Call of Duty and stuff like that. But at the same time, it would be nice just to, you know, have a little bit more, you know, consistency, you know, and stuff like that. I don't know. It's I'm not fully sure, you know. I'm not. I don't know. Ooh, did I do it? Oh. Alright, boys. There it is. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it might just be me, like, just like, you know, like, liking the older, like, zombies and everything better than, like, you know, how zombies is now. But at the same time, I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's just not like it used to be, you know. And I think that's with a lot of games nowadays as well. I think it's not just like Call of Duty and stuff, of course. There's other games that's like it as well. Um, you know, I don't think it's a COD exclusive. You know that we be out here just hanging out, and, like, you know, it just feels like all the games just are slowly, all like the major brands of games are just like feels like they're like, you know, um dying out, whatever. I was so. You know, I might be wrong about that. You know, I could be 100% wrong, but like, it's just, that's how it feels. Like, I just feel like all the titles that, you know, or most of them anyways, not all of them, but like most of them, I just feel like aren't like they used to be. Like, everything just, they don't feel, I guess, gratifying anymore to play sometimes. Like, I just play them because, you know, of course it's pastime. I play games so long that, you know, I'll probably casually play games till, you know, until the day I can't, you know, play games anymore. You know, like, that's just probably how it's gonna be. You know, that's just how I feel about it. It's like probably 100% the truth. I I'll be here till the heat death universe probably. Whether the whether it's good or bad, I will be here. You know, that's just kind of how I feel about it. I honestly, that's how it is. You know, that's just. But like I said, I just know. Sometimes I feel like I'm like, hey, I'm like, hey, can y'all like. I'm like, can I pick it up? At least a little bit? I'm like, oh no, it's just, oh, that's not death, but it might as well be. Woo! Let me see, where are these lamps at? Sorry, I'll get distracted very easily. I'm sorry about that. Okay. This probably is the play. I probably should get stamina up. Stamina up? I don't know. I think it's stamina. I don't know. I can't say things that worse in my life. But I don't know. Oh, you can let me know what y'all think about, like. No, I guess it's not just like Call of Duty, like, but like, I guess, like, just, you know, games in general. I don't know. Like I said, I want to talk about the Tomb, but also I guess like divulge into whatever I was talking about, because that's normally how I'm gonna die from that. I should have canceled the animation on that, so I didn't have to worry about see him actually do that. Cause not gonna lie, I kind of got cooked on that one. It's fine. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like I said, I just want to talk about, you know, kind of like I'm about to say. Like, I'm probably gonna name title of the tomb and do my thoughts on the tomb and everything, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what y'all think. Like I said, I kind of remember on a little bit too much. I think, like I said, the map itself and everything, I feel like it's fine. I don't feel like it's really, we'll try this route. Like I said, I think the map itself isn't bad inherently. I think the map itself is actually fine. But like I said, I think it could be a little more, more polished. Oh yeah, I didn't get. But yeah. But anyways, I don't know. Like I said, let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna continue playing here and see if I get around 100 as I always do. And yeah, I will have to reconvene with y'all. I mean, I guess next time. Anyways, I ain't getting around 100. See y'all later. Have a good one.